Now, just a little heads up in case you're into many Unreal Engine 5 projects. We have not only a co-op, but a co-developed AAA game on the horizon by the South Korean and Japanese developers some of you might already know, titled Project Magnum. This game's a loot shooter for what looks to be a 4-player versus environment and in a third-person view, so it must be some sort of an RPG as well. Now check it out, this game is coming to all platforms except Switch, possibly later this year. Now, Warhammer Darktide, on the other hand, is a first-person action 4-player co-op game. Also, in case you're not new to the franchise, revolving around the new cult trying to take over the planet. Now, it's pretty much in the same vein as its predecessor, the Vermintide, but once again, unlike the most entries in the franchise, it's gonna be available on Steam and the Xbox Series X, which is basically a Microsoft exclusive. In any case, this is how it actually looks like. Well, moving on, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction, which is touted as a tactical co-op shooter with an emphasis on multiplayer missions, that's, just to clarify by the way, is actually coming out in about 2 weeks from now. And yes, you can play this game solo, of course, and no, it's not a free-to-play game. And Ubisoft also mentioned some like there's gonna be weekly added game content and stuff and a lot more. Well, check it out, this game is coming to basically all platforms except Switch.
Fire at the anchor points and arc cells. Archery is resisting. Get rid of those anchor points and arc cells to weaken it. Archery is weaker now. Almost there.
I have our agent!
You freed our agent. Now bring them to the extraction pod.
Really? Why don't you just mail me the bullet? I'm the eye in the sky. Taking point B, sir. Pulverize!
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, on the other hand, which also received its first official gameplay trailer at the Game Awards, is also coming in 2022, possibly around April to May, and into the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S and also PCs. Kill the Justice League is apparently set in the same universe as the Arkham series, and adding 4-player co-op gameplay, as you can see, after quite a while, actually coming up with some of the biggest anti-heroes as a protagonist from the DC universe into a video game. Check it out.
Got your back, jockey boy.
No escape from my wrath. You want to see what
portal network collapsed, stranding us in these realms. We have searched for a way home.
Lost and alone in the dangerous labyrinth of fantastical worlds.
So, just in case you didn't know, earlier at the Game Awards, we came across an enormous amount of surprise hits. Now, games such as Arc Raiders, The Matrix, and so much more. Honestly, I think Nightingale was probably the most standout title, in my opinion, out of the whole thing. Nightingale is a first-person shooter, but it's a crafting game. It's got co-op gameplay, and it's also some sort of an open-world game. So, what? Anyway, check this out. This game's actually coming in later this year, and at the moment, coming to PCs only.
Nightingale, our beacon of hope. But beyond our reach, as long as we stand together, our journey will unite us.
Field in Redfall, Massachusetts. Behind me, we are witnessing clear signs of cult activity as the locals engage. Hey!
Redfall is actually another one of Bethesda's biggest hits on the horizon, considering Starfield and a bunch of other games that the company is making, and just as much as games mentioned earlier in the list, it has you and up to 3 other players against vampires. Now this game, from the trailer, you might also get some Back 4 Blood vibes, which is also intentional, I've been led to believe, and if nothing else, I think Redfall will be at least one of the good-looking Xbox exclusive on the horizon. Now check this out, this one's coming out late this year.
Where's the other one? Where'd it go?
Give me a taste, bloodbag.
Bloody hell.
Taste this, cabrona!
I've been watching you.
Ah! Jacob, there's something.
Thump goes the rabbit's heart.
Oh shit. Dev's gonna love this one.
Sons of the Forest, however, the successor to its open-world survival horror game predecessor, The Forest, came our way with some of the most amazing gameplays just a little less than a month ago, and then we learned it's now headed to PCs only. So, long story short, if you do enjoy survival horror games and have them co-op with crafters, take a look at this. Here's actually what you can expect before the game releases May 20th this year.
Get down, son!
Batman. Jim Gordon. They thought they had a handle on this city.
Gotham Knights is currently scheduled to release mid to late this year. It's gonna be coming to consoles, it's actually both generations in addition to PCs. We do know Gotham Knights will be an open world action RPG and will actually feature a far more expanded Gotham City out of any Marvel franchise in history, on top of a campaign to go through solo or even co-op. Check this out.
You can play as the vile Kandarian demon itself. But who would want to do that? He'd be a dick.
Saber Interactive, which are folks behind some of the greatest games out of the past, well, decade when unannounced Evil did the game just a little while ago, and with a release date of late 2021. Now, that's actually no longer the case, and for various good reasons as well, and now coming out to basically all platforms, even the Nintendo Switch, sometime this February. Now, this game is set to offer multiplayer co-op, PvP, and even a campaign to go along with.
You'll use a spell to send the Kandarian son of a bitch back to the hellhole it came from. Soon you'll experience the horror yourself, but for now I'll leave you with this thought. It was no accident that Ash always wore brown pants.
The Morpheus chip. A revolutionary implant that bridged biological and digital. Soon they found a way to rearrange matter.
We have Synced Off Planet, on the other hand, by Next Studios, that was actually announced once again just recently with one hell of a story trailer to keep up the hype, in addition to a release window of 2022 and into PCs only. A Synced Off Planet is a companion-based shooter. It has player versus environment components, in addition to being a battle royale game and across multiple modes. Check it out in case you've missed it.
Now the remaining survivors are fighting back. Those of us left are trying to get on shuttles headed for the only safe place. Off-planet. And the tech that almost destroyed us might just save us.
Just start at the beginning.
We landed on Mars. It looked wrong. Like we were in a dream.
I guess just a quick update over here. I know a lot of folk have actually been waiting for this to happen. So Destiny 2, The Witched Queen, basically the next expansion for what you all came to know over the years by one of the famous co-op loot-based shooters of the past few years, went on to receive a new trailer a little earlier and a release date of February 22nd this year. And it's also said to be the biggest patch of the game's lifespan, so keep it in mind.
What happened next?
The ghost brought me back. We kept going. She knew we would.
And that's when you saw the night.
I'll never forget it.
We all have our reasons for Babylon's tower to fall. But not everyone.
And last but not least, for all Souls-like fans, Babylon's Fall, the action game by Square Enix that was announced in 2019 or something, also received a brand new trailer. It was showing off more gameplay of what Platinum Games and games such as Bayonetta was actually known for, more combat, also in addition to a co-op component. All of that on top of a release date of March 3rd and into the PlayStation 5, 4, and also PCs. Check this out.
Control. The only thing you can't do is go back. The tower awaits. It's time to ascend.